Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all of you. Previously, some of your friends asked me on how to solve these kinds of question, which is related to this one. You have a source and the resistor, and then you need to solve this circuit using a nodal. So from here, first is these are all numbers of node. So how many nodes? So there is a 1, 2, 3 nodes, and then select one as a ground. So I select ground here. So here is the ground. And then numbers of node 3 minus 1 for a ground, and then left with a 2 node, which is I choose as a V1 and as a V2. So here is V1 and this is V2. And then you need to do a KCL at a node V1 and node V2. So this branch is not a supernode. Okay. So supernode should be like this one. You have a node, for example, V1 and V2. You have a source, which is a voltage source, and there is no resistor in that branch. It only consists of the voltage source. So it means that you cannot use Ohm's law, which is I is equal to V over R, to that branch. So there is no R at this branch. Therefore, we call that as a supernode, which is you have to add all the currents at V1, V1, and add all the currents at V2. For example, if you have a current here, so I1, I2, I3, I4, I5, and I6. You add all the current at the V1 and V2, which is you have to do a supernode KCL at supernode, which is you have to KCL at supernode I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 plus I5 plus I6, and then must be equal to 0. Okay, but different from this case, which is here. So there is a resistor at this branch, so that is not a supernode, but that is a step that you need to do in order to solve or find the current from this branch. So I only show you on how to find the currents at this branch. So first is you have to assume that all the currents is as it. So assume all the currents is as it. So first is KCL at node 1 or V1. So 1, 2, 3, and number 4. So first is V1 over 1 plus, minus. You can see that the current is at the opposite direction, so minus 3, and then plus with there here, V1 minus V2 over 10, So now this is the problem that your friends mentioned previously. So I will show you on how to determine the currents at branch number 4. Take a look here. So here is V1 and here is a V2. So in order to find the current, you need to know the voltage at the resistor. It means that you have to know, if you have a resistor, you need to know what is the voltage here and then what is the voltage here. Okay, if you know the voltage at Vx and Vy, then you can find the values of I, which is if I need the current that flow from left to the right, which is the polarity will be positive at the Vx and the negative at the Vy. It means that the Vx minus Vy is over resistor. The problem is you didn't know what is the voltage at the left sides of your 6 ohm. As you can see here, you have two voltage, which is V1 and the 12 volt. Okay, so either the V1 is plus with the 12, either V1 minus 12, you not confirms. So how to confirms the values of V at the left sides of your 6 ohm? So first is, okay, just decide here as a A. Okay, so it means that here is A and then here is 2, and then the current that flow from here. So firstly, what you need to do is find the A. Okay, so from the figure you can see that there is a V1, A, and the 12 plus minus. So in order to know A, you can see that the voltage, the potential voltage is equal to positive minus negative. As you can see that the positive is V1, so it's positive. So V1 minus the potential at the negative side, which is A, is equal to at the middle one, which is 12. So A here is equal to V1 minus 12. So you already know here is V1 minus 12. Okay, so in order to know the currents that flow here, okay, I4 here, so A minus V2, A minus V2 over R, which is 6. Okay, so A is here. So substitute this equation into this equation, then you can get the values of I4 is equal to V1 minus 12 minus V2 over 6. So here is V1 minus 12 minus V2 over 6 then equal to 0. So this is the equation for the KCL at node 1. How about the KCL at node 2? As for the KCL at node 2, KCL, so I assume this one as a 1, 2, okay, and then this one as a 3. So 1 is V2 minus V1 over 10, and then plus with actually you can move this one if you're confused with the circuit. You can move here, so you can get the values of V2 minus 45 over 1. And now what is the equations here? As you can see here, you need to know the currents that flow to here. Okay, I choose another color here. Okay, so I here is equal to V2 minus A over 6. So I need to substitute A into this equation. So which is V2 minus, so A is V1 minus 12 over 6 is equal to 0. So this will become as V2 minus V1 plus V 12 over 6. So this is the equations for this nodal. So the rest will be you need to solve or rearrange the equation, and then you can find the value that you need to determine. Okay, thank you.